Good afternoon all and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am very much happy to be back here on camera with you guys. I must say, like after filming the last video, I have literally felt so much better in my heart, in my soul. And I don't know why that is. I'm assuming it's something to do with the fact that I've been putting this off for such a long time. And then once I kind of got back to it, it didn't feel like this hard to achieve chore and actually felt really good because, as I say, I really enjoyed talking to you guys. So yeah, it feels very nice, very comfortable to be back with you guys. As you would have seen from the title of today's video, today's haul is very much centered around summer dresses. And to be very clear, it's dresses that should hopefully make you feel very comfortable in your body, especially if you put on a few pounds of late and you haven't had that summer glow up or get ready for summer diet, etc. I am here for you for that because that is just generally how I feel at the moment. I have probably put on 10 to 12 pounds probably since I last filmed. So quite a lot in like a few months. But nevertheless, like I don't want to focus on weight because that's not what we're here to do. I just want to feel good in the clothes that I wear. And that is where today's haul is very much centered around. I also think probably after this, I might just do a little chatty end to the video if you guys are actually curious as to what's been going on in my life, etc. Because I always find that these hauls sometimes happen so quickly that I don't actually get enough time to chat to you guys. But I also know that some of you guys are here just purely for the clothing, which is completely okay with me. So if you want to stick around to the end of the video, we can have a nice little catch up. Who knows what I'll be doing, but let's get into today's video because I am very much excited to show you what I've got in store here. The first item of today's haul is this dress that you can see here. Let me just adjust the camera so you can see it a little better. Now this dress may not pick up as well in the camera just because it's absolutely tipping with rain, so it's quite dark. I put some light in, but I always find that the white against the kind of beige background makes it even harder to pick up. Hence why I've tried to film on this. This is a different angle of my bedroom. I know that typically we all normally see the kind of bed, etc. I'm still trying to find my way in this house and where to film. So if you like somewhere where I'm filming, then just let me know. But this is the first dress of today's haul. This is the dress that I know that I'm gonna get so much wear out of. I have got a H&M dress from about 6 years ago, which is pretty much threadbare. But I wear it again and again, especially when it's hot for so many different reasons. And I think that the reasons will be exactly the same for this. Now I tend to wear that dress because it's comfortable, it's loose, it's floaty, it doesn't feel like, it doesn't make me hot when the weather's really, really hot. And this feels exactly the same. Now I'm really sad about the fact that I've got this in a medium. For me, this is just a little bit too baggy. It's very comfortable, but I would have preferred to have got it in my usual size, which was a size small, but it was sold out. But I am tempted to get a size small as well. I've already been wearing this, so I can't send this one back. But I absolutely love this dress. It's really, really affordable. As I say, it's from H&M. I know it's gonna wash well, it's gonna last me a number of years, but the reason I love this dress is, hopefully you can see, but it's got this kind of elasticated top, which once again makes it really, really comfortable. It's also got this elasticated mid-waist section, which is also, it means you can eat as much as you want, it will grow with you. But that's the reason why I wish I'd got a size small, which is my true to size dress size, because I know that I would have benefited it from having it a little bit tighter here and this not as billowy. And then the other reasons I really love it is that hopefully you can see this, but there's kind of like an embroidery detail at the very, very bottom of the dress. And it's just kind of elevates the whole dress itself. I like the fact it's in kind of like an off-white cream, probably not a cream, but it's more of an off-white colour, but it's down to the ankles. I'm 5'7", so it's down to ankles on me. If you're small, if you're 5'5", it might be look even lower, maybe near to touching the floor, which I think would also look nice. But yeah, it's just super comfortable. I just cannot tell you. It's like, putting this on is the kind of thing that once I finish my working day, if it's really hot, I would love to put this dress on, no bra. It just feels really comfortable and it's the kind of thing that I like to lounge around in the evenings. But I'm really doing this dress a disservice because this isn't like a lounge around on the evening dress. This is a dress that you could wear for summer. But yeah, I'm absolutely in love with it. The only way I would elevate this dress one more is if I was able to put some pockets in it. Now I can't remember if I showed you this bag last week because I got this last week. But this is a woven clutch bag, which is great for summer. When I bought this, I thought it was just a straw material, but as you can see here, there's kind of a interweaved gold thread through it, which is not really something that I would go for, but I also think it will be great for summer. It's a really good size, it can fit quite a lot, and this is how I would wear this if I was just kind of going out for like a casual dinner or on holiday with a pair of sandals, flip-flops, But yeah, this bag for the price point is great, which is the reason why I decided to keep it, because I think having a bag like this in your wardrobe will never fail you, and I think that you will grab it more than you expect, and this is exactly the reason why I decided to keep this bag. Now this next dress is an absolute stunner. I saw this online and thought it was going to look good, but I was not prepared to love this dress as much as I would. Now I bought this dress because if you've looked on Pinterest or some of the younger, cooler girls, they tend to wear these dresses where it is slightly see-through, and I think it looks really, really good for summer when you're wearing a bikini underneath it, or you can kind of get away with wearing, you know, a good pair of underwear and it looks like a bikini anyways. I feel like on holiday, because you are often in your bikini, I feel like you're not as kind of conscious of your body being on show. But the reason I love this is because whilst it does, let me just show you up a bit closer, whilst it does have this kind of netting, it also has this kind of like velvety velour, embroidery, flower detail all over, like all over. The quality of this is amazing. The weight of this dress is actually surprisingly quite heavy for a dress that is from H&M. The actual material has got like a nice thickness to it. It's got a good weight, so it kind of like, you know, it's going to stay there as a kind of design structure. And the way that they've got the embroidered kind of velvety flowers, it means the majority of your modesty is covered. I'm currently wearing a pair of nude skin pants and a nude bra. I would say for me, having a thong bottom, I still feel a little bit exposed, so I'm not too sure. And maybe you would wear a proper kind of knicker or a brief rather than just a thong. But I absolutely love this, and I do feel like it's one of those dresses which is very much like one of a kind. Yes, it is from H&M, so it's obviously not one of a kind, let's just be clear about that. But I feel like it's not an obvious dress. I feel like they won't have made too many of these in stock, so once it goes out of sale, I'm sure it'll be kind of relatively sold out relatively soon. So hopefully this will still be in stock by the time I link this. But I just think that everything they've done with this dress is seriously elevated. I love the fact that me as a 5'6" woman has these sleeves which are extra long, so like they cover majority of my hands, which is a thing that I say always makes something look more elevated. I love the fact that it's kind of demure in a sense. It's got this nice simple classic round neck, but as typical in my fashion, I never do it all the way up because I want to show a little bit of femininity with this neckline here. But let me just grab some shoes. Now, how I think I potentially would wear this outfit is with a pair of clear Amino Minardi shoes. Now, these are my wedding shoes. I'll link these if they still sell these. I'm not too sure. It could be though that either the plastic is super cold or my foot has grown. I have not worn these for such a long time, but I would say if you ever have plexi style shoes, the way to kind of make them fit is to actually get a hairdryer on them, make the actual plastic a bit more supple, and then they fit like a glove and they fit perfect all night. But I'm just wearing them with these kind of clear Cinderella-esque shoes here. I'd also wear them with like a white sandal, a nude sandal, but I've just gone for that because I want my foot to kind of look kind of bare. And then I'm wearing the same clutch bag that I showed you, but as you already know from my collection, there are plenty of bags that this would suit. But yeah, I absolutely love this dress. It is a bit more expensive than usual for H&M, but rightfully so. So definitely an item that if you're looking for a special dress, whether that be on a holiday or just going out with your friends or out for dinner with your boyfriend or husband, this is a perfect dress to buy. Now this for me is a very surprising dress because I bought it on a whim. I like the kind of style of it. I like the way it had this frill trim from the waist across the kind of full length of the bottom of the dress. And it just looked a little bit girly, very easy, very light, something that you could just throw on over your bikini after coming back from the pool, or just kind of just throwing it on any point in a day, whether that be on holiday or in the UK. And it's such a good price point. I think it's something around the £20 mark. I've got this in a size small, so it's true to size. But yeah, I absolutely love this, and I'm definitely going to keep this purely because I can see myself wearing this in lots of ways. Aside from going on holiday, I can just throw a pair of trainers, and because it's white, I think it looks very, very cute. Wear any kind of one of my bags from my wardrobe will go well. I can wear flip-flops. I can also elevate this for like a festival, like I could put some boots. Let me just quickly show you. Here I've just paired it with a pair of ankle boots, which are kind of like Western in their style. I've got lots of boots like this that I've worn again and again to festivals. Wearing it with a pair of boots kind of takes it through to that festival vibe, and this material is super light. It's lined as well, which is great because obviously when the material is super light, especially when something's from a high street, it can sometimes feel like the material is quite cheap, but it's, you know, it is a cheap dress, let's be honest, but it is very light. And the fact that it's kind of lined on the actual skirt itself, I love. I love the fact that the actual waist itself is elasticated so it can pull in, and then you can pull it in even further with a bow. Please do not judge my bow making skills. They're clearly not that great. I hope you're picking this up in the camera. I just love the cutesy vibes of this dress. It's very, very feminine. And I could also team this with not just a pair of heeled boots, but if I really wanted to kind of make it more masculine, I could actually put a pair of like flat, real heavy black ankle boots, which I tend to do for a festival. But yeah, I feel like I would buy something like this from Zara for like at least double or 2.5 times the price of this. So yeah, very, very happy with this. It's got that Isabel Marant kind of vibe. But I just wanted to show you guys this in case you were looking for a dress similar. I know it's quite short, but I think if you pair it with flats, it doesn't look as short. And then if you're going to wear heels with it, it's flirty. So I would say dress it up in a kind of very flirty type of way. But yeah, £20, size small from H&M. As always, I'll link this below along with the others, but I absolutely love this dress. Now the last dress for today's haul is this black dress. Whilst it might be the last, it is definitely not a dress which is weak. Now I have got this in a size medium because I didn't have a size small available. And I would say if I could go back and get my perfect size, I would get a small. I am a small, so it would be true to size. This is a little bit too big for me, but I absolutely love this dress. It is very simple, but there are so many elevated parts to the dress. Now, first of all, if you guys have been here for a little while, you will know that I love a backless dress for a number of reasons. I think it's just super sexy, very feminine, and it's flirtful without actually having to reveal anything which is kind of making you conscious. There is also another reason I like a backless dress, and it's purely because sometimes I can feel quite hot, and so if I've got my whole back out, it definitely makes me feel cooler. But yeah, first of all, that is the reason I love this dress. The second reason I love this dress is that I don't think you will be able to pick it up because of the material colour, but there is a darting which lines up just here, and then it drops all the way down, which creates the shape of the bottom part of the skirt part of the dress, which gives it this kind of real kind of feminine look. And then at the very bottom, they give a little bit extra material. Now I've got a dress similar to this already in my wardrobe, which is more for the winter, but when they cut the skirt like this, it just gives it that billowy, very kind of just, I don't know, like a Cinderella-esque kind of feel to the dress, and the way it moves, it just moves really nicely. So you could just be walking down the street and the dress itself is doing its overtime. Like, I just feel like when you walk in a dress which has been cut like this on the skirt, it just looks more feminine. Now I do realise I'm kind of walking a bit strangely, but this is what I feel like the dress is doing when I'm just like walking normally. And I think you can see that, in fact. I'm looking in the viewfinder to see like, what is it doing? It's just, I don't know, I feel like the skirt moves twice. Like it moves once, but a little bit extra. And so, oh my God, I can just imagine how this looks. It's gonna look very bizarre when I come back to edit this video. But yeah, this is the reason I love this dress. Now they also do it in a different color. I think it's a more pattern, floral pattern, but I like a simple block color. It's very comfortable. I also feel like I might actually wear this to an office, not to a meeting, a client meeting that is, maybe an internal meeting, but I'd wear this to the office and then I'd be able to go out with the girls for drinks after work and be very, very happy with this. Now, the only way to elevate this dress one little bit extra would be to get some pockets in here. You know, I love pockets in my dress, so it doesn't have pockets, but yeah, once again, I absolutely love this dress. So that was the last dress from today's haul, and I hope that you've loved all the items that you've seen here. Let me know down below in the comments which one is your favourite, and also if you are looking for anything in particular in your shopping over the next few weeks, let me know below, because maybe I too might be looking for something similar and I can pick up something that I think that you guys might like as well. But I have to say, I am really enjoying all of the shopping that I'm doing currently, and to be honest, it's kind of it feels a bit strange for me to say that I'm actually really enjoying all the shopping that I've done recently, purely because I just love shopping. I've always loved shopping. So the fact that I haven't wanted to shop for literally 3 months shows to me that there has been something a little bit off. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was just more the fact that a lot of my time has been spent renovating this house that we've moved into, whilst kind of being in the house and working non-stop and having lots of people coming through. I don't know, I just feel like mentally I haven't been able to kind of get into the zone, and I kind of put I I came back to Instagram, I think last week, because I just really had not posted on there even longer than being here on YouTube. And I kind of just started typing and writing some of the things that I felt, which honestly felt really good. Way back before my current Instagram account, I'm thinking of going back to lockdown in 2020. I actually created a blog which I would write my feelings and thoughts once a week, which I loved. I love to write. Like, that was my original degree before doing my law degree. I did an English literature degree, and I just love to write. And I have to say, I love to write for fun. I don't know how much I would love to write if it was my job, because of the pressures that is kind of associated with that, kind of take off the joy of writing. But yeah, I alluded to kind of how I'd been feeling. I didn't go into massive detail of what's been going on, but just the feelings that I felt, because I feel like if I can do anything in this life, or do anything on camera or socially on the social media, the life of social media, is to be able to try and connect with people, to show them some of the feelings that I'm going through. And if that resonates with someone, just even if it's just one person, and that helps them, that to me is like job done, seriously. And it's the same with what I'm doing here. Like, I know that some people that I may already know, or just strangers, might think, oh, like, what is she doing? Like, she's just putting up these kind of 15, 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes videos of her just like shopping, showing her clothes. And I'm just like, I'm doing it because I enjoy it. And I'm not trying to like, I'm not saying that I'm, you know, bringing world peace, etc. But I do know that some people, including myself, like to have a light outlet on something that is a topic that you enjoy. And so if that is, you know, if you're like me that loves to shop, and not just loves to shop, is like to get a good bargain, i.e. find something that you know is going to suit your frame, that you like, or challenges what you would normally buy, and gets you to try a different style. Because I think clothing is amazing in so many different ways. Like, you could be feeling a certain way and the clothing reflects your energy. You could be feeling terrible, but you wear something bright and the clothing elevates your energy. You can put on something new that doesn't have to break the bank, but makes you feel nice, which is important when sometimes in life, everything else is making you feel not great. But to wear that one item that makes you feel nice, and to step outside feeling that way, is just that elevate. It's like coffee, you know, it's that elevation. And so for me, especially like if I go back to when I was younger, my mum used to buy all the clothes, and, you know, my parents had quite a strict upbringing. My dad was kind of quite traditional in the sense of like, a girl should look like X, should never show skin, etc. So I didn't really have much choice in the clothing that I wore until I got to, I'd say about 16, when my parents allowed me to kind of start buying some of my clothes. And ever since then, it's just been like magic. It was like the Primark era, if I remember, when I started to buy clothes. But like the ability to be able to choose my own clothes, express myself through clothes, and buy stuff that I personally liked, which felt like it would only look away. A dress will only look, this is the thing, you buy a dress and 10 other people could have the same dress, and that dress will look different on every single person because of the way they look, their energy, the way they wear it, the shape of their figure, the accessories that they choose to dress with it. And that's what I love about it, is that you can put your own stamp. And figuratively, that is the way it is with life. You have this privilege and opportunity to create your own life. You have this privilege and opportunity to create your own stamp in this world. And you also have a privilege to make people feel a certain way. And so like, if you look at everything that you do in that way, I think it will change your attitude. And I truly find it a privilege to be able to talk to you guys, to people that I've never even met before. And if I can make you feel good in any way, blimey, I'm going to do it, because that to me is like one of the biggest privileges of having the internet and this platform, to be able to connect with people. It's not to make others feel bad. And I would say if ever my content makes you feel bad, literally don't watch me. It sounds like essentially, like if you spoke to, I don't know, like a social media manager or influencer strategy, that's like 101, don't tell an audience to do that. I'm not here to make anyone feel terrible. So I feel like I've definitely been rambling. We've touched on lots of different things and I feel like I'm off piece, but that is what it's like chatting with me. And I feel like that's what we're like, chatting like friends. Like when I sit with my pals, we go from one thing to another, we fly from topic to topic. But ultimately, I just haven't been feeling myself for 3 months, which is probably why I've not shown for 3 months, which is why I haven't shown up here. And I'm really sorry if you were expecting a video or content from me regularly in the last 6 months, because I have to say, prior even to this house move, 3 months before that, there were so many issues with the purchase itself. And I think I have already alluded to that I just couldn't show up here as well. Like it was this or my job, and ultimately the job pays the bills. So I am really, really sorry if I have not shown up regularly when you expected to, because I understand how that is. And if you're, you know, you're into someone and you expect content, I watch people that I expect content from, and when it doesn't come up that week, I do feel like, oh gosh. But I also feel like I can't wait for when they do post. But what I would love to hear from you guys, if you're new here and you've made it to the end of this video, thank you ever so much. And if you're old here and you're just returning, let me know in the comments below what you would like to see more from me. Is it this chatty type of conversational vlogs? Is it just the hauls, which is absolutely fine as well? I have to say, the hauls used to be the thing that used to scare me about putting content out there for so long, and now actually, ironically, me showing you what I've bought each week is the most natural, easiest thing for me to do on camera. It's actually the day in the life stuff, which I find a lot more difficult because it requires more editing time, which I don't have a lot of time. The editing part is the kind of the hardest, time consuming part for me. But I love also showing you like what I do in my life. But yeah, if there's anything you want to see, for example, this is a 2-day-old blow dry that I did at home. If you're interested in how I do my hair, my makeup, what I do for my workouts, what I eat, any of that, let me know in the comments below. But thank you very much if you made it to the end of this video and allowed me to have this chatty conversation with you. Feel free to let me know your feelings also in the comments, because I do love chatting with you guys, because it feels like we're actually connecting beyond just me talking to this camera, which sometimes is a strange old thing to do, isn't it? But yeah, thank you ever so much for your time. I hope you guys have a lovely weekend ahead planned. And if you don't have anything planned, oh my gosh, relish the time. Do those real things that make you feel good. So for me, that would be like a slight little bit of a lie-in, 15 to 20 minutes of movement, a nice long walk outside, listening to the birds, watching my Lulu run around because that brings me joy. Maybe listen to a podcast, come back, have a really nutritious breakfast, coffee, maybe you read your book. Do you know what? I have been reading some good books, so I'll have to talk to you about that in my next vlog. But yeah, thank you ever so much again. I hope you have a lovely weekend and look after yourself, guys. Bye.